Hi friends, today we are going to see the past year NEET questions for the chapter Human Reproduction, and today in this video we will cover part 4. Now let's begin with the first question, which was asked in the year 1991 and repeated in 1997. Fertilizins are emitted by dash. So what are fertilizins? A glycoprotein fertilizin composed of monosaccharides and amino acids is secreted by a matured egg or mature egg. Penetrating sperm also has some proteinaceous substance on its surface called as anti-fertilizin. Due to the interaction between the fertilizin and the anti-fertilizin, the sperm adheres to the egg. So it's moreover like you must have seen in physics, the like poles and the unlike poles, right? Like poles repel and the unlike poles attract each other. So fertilizins are from the egg side and anti-fertilizins are from the sperm side. Therefore, they meet each other and they get attracted. Okay, therefore the right answer to this question is option B, mature eggs. So fertilizins are from the mature eggs. Next question here. The estrous cycle is a characteristic of dash. Estrogen is for females. Okay, but it is for the mammalian females other than the primates. Okay, this cycle is a characteristic of mammalian females other than the primates. It is due to the estrogen hormone. Estrus is a period during which the ovulation occurs and the female mate with the male. Therefore the right answer is option D. Next question here. At the end of the first meiotic division, male sperm differentiates into dash. So what does it differentiate into? Any idea? This is a repeated question. We've already done it in the earlier part of the same chapter. If you had gone through that, I'm sure this would be easy for you. The right answer is option A, secondary spermatocyte. After the first meiotic division, primary spermatocyte gives rise to initially it will be diploid. We all know that, and then it converts itself into haploid. So it's a secondary spermatocyte which at the end of the first meiotic division differentiates into. Okay, next question here. Next question here. Extrusion of the second polar body from the egg nucleus occurs in dash, and this question was asked in the year 1993. So what can you tell here? So whether it is before entry or after entry. What is polar body? First of all, we have to analyze that first and then only we will move to the answer. I will tell you whether it is after or before or whatever. So when it comes to polar means water, right? Polar body means what? See, polar body, when it comes in terms of biology, each of the small cells which bud off from an oocyte at the two meiotic division and do not develop into ova. So the extrusion of the second polar body from the egg nucleus occurs after the entry of the sperm but before completion of fertilization. This produces a haploid mature ovum and the second polar body, and a sperm tail is immediately degenerated. Okay, therefore the right answer to this question is option A. Next question here. Acrosome reaction in sperm is triggered by dash. Very easy question. But basically, what is acrosome? First, let's discuss about that. Have you heard about this? We already saw about it in the earlier parts. What is it actually? What can you call it as? It's an organelle. Okay, it's an organelle that develops over the anterior half of the head in the spermatozoa. So what is a spermatozoa? It's a sperm cells. It is not just meant for humans but also seen in animals as well. So it is a cap-like structure derived from the Golgi apparatus. Now acrosome reaction in sperm is triggered by the release of fertilizin. Egg secretes a fertilizins due to which the acrosome of the sperm secretes anti-fertilizin. Only then they get attracted to each other. And due to the reaction of this, the sperm will adhere to the egg. The acrosome reaction is a reaction which occurs in the acrosome of the sperm as it approaches the zone of pellucida. In mammals, the acrosome reaction releases one particular substance which is called as acrosome, and the other one is here, hyaluronidase. It's all enzymes. Their role of the fertilization is not yet clear. So if you see here, it also alters a patch of pre-existing sperm, which is a plasma membrane, so that it can fuse with the egg plasma membrane. So that fertilizin and the anti-fertilizin are the main property. As I already said, when it comes to the zone of pellucida, it filters the sperms. If the number of sperms ejaculated are many, but only one succeeds in adhering to the egg. Therefore, the zone of pellucida will only, it allows only one sperm. Okay, therefore the right answer to this question is option D. Next question here. Freshly released human egg has dash. So this, I think you'll all know what is it. From the female, it is the X. Okay, and from the male, it will be either X or Y. Therefore, freshly released human egg has X, because for female it is XX and for men it is XY. I think you know this. Human female has XS chromosomes. When eggs form from egg carries 22 autosomes and 1 X chromosome. In human male it is 22, and again it is XY chromosome. Therefore the right answer is option B. Next question here. Middle piece of the mammalian sperm possesses dash, and this question was asked in the same year, 1991. So what do you think will have? I'm going to give you an explanation to your right side, so it'll be easy for you to understand. So first thing, sperm has head in which acrosome and nucleus are present. In the middle piece, it contains mitochondria. And the last, a long and a highly motile tail. A short neck is also present between the middle piece and head, which has centrioles and may sometimes regarded as a part of a middle piece. So the right answer is option A, mitochondria and centriole. Mitochondria for sure is present, but centriole is present in the neck. But the region is actually between the middle and the top. They also consider it as a middle part. Therefore, the right answer is option A. Next question here. How many sperms are formed from a secondary spermatocyte? What do you think the answer is? It is 2. Primary spermatocyte 46 divides through the meiosis to give 2 secondary spermatocytes, which is 23. Each secondary spermatocyte divides through the mitosis, giving rise to 2 spermatids, which on spermatogenesis mature as sperms. Therefore, the right answer is option 2. Yeah, option C, 2. Next question. Sperm and egg nuclei fuse due to dash. So what do you think will be the answer here? Just analyze the statements and see. Base pairing, no. Formation of no. Mutual attraction, no. It is the attraction of their protoplast. Sperm or the male gamete fuses with the egg or the female gamete because of the attraction of their protoplast. Some chemicals, as I already said, you have the fertilizin, anti-fertilizin. So there are some chemicals which are secreted by ovule or the egg wall to to attract to the male gamete, which is a sperm, or you simply call it as male gamete. Therefore, the right answer is option D. Next question here. Egg is liberated from the ovary in dash. Very easy question. All of you should know what the answer is. It is a secondary oocyte stage. Egg liberated from the ovary at the secondary oocyte stage. When the meiosis II is arrested in the secondary oocyte, it will be induced by the sperm, and therefore the right answer is option A. Next question here. Which of these is not an important component of initiation of parturition in humans? It's not parturition, parturition. The role of the prolactin. So what comes into act now? Prolactin is not connected with the inhibition. It is not connected with the initiation of the parturition in humans. What is prolactin associated with? Milk synthesis, right? Prolactin is responsible for milk synthesis in mammary glands. When the levels of the estrogen and progesterone become low at parturition, the anterior pituitary activates to release the prolactin. So which of these is not important component initiation of the parturition in humans? It's a release of the prolactin, which is option C. Next question here. Which one of the following is not the function of placenta dash? So basically, what is a placenta? Let's talk about that for a minute. What is a placenta actually? What do you know about it? The placenta is a temporary organ that connects a developing fetus via the umbilical cord to the uterine wall to allow the nutrient uptake, thermoregulation, waste elimination, and gas exchange via the mother's blood supply, to fight against the internal infection and to produce hormones which support the pregnancy. Okay, it's basically a temporary organ. Now that I've given you the clue, you should be able to answer. It secretes oxytocin during parturition. The placenta facilitates the supply of oxygen and nutrients to the developing embryo, and also the removal of carbon dioxide and excretory waste that are produced by the embryo. The placenta is connected to the embryo through the umbilical cord, which helps in the transport of all that I mentioned here. Placenta also acts as an endocrine tissue, produces several hormones like the HCG. Then you have the HPL. HPL stands for, what does HPL stands for? Human placental lactogen, estrogens, progesterone, etc. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option C. Next question here. The fetal ejection reflex in humans triggers the release of dash. Very easy question. It's oxytocin, but whether it's from maternal or fetal pituitary. Will it be fetal? No, it will be maternal. That is from the mother. Parturition is induced by a complex neuroendocrine mechanism. The signals for the parturition originate from the fully developed fetus and the placenta, which induce the uterine contraction called as fetal ejection reflex. So this triggers is from the mother. Therefore, the right answer is option A. Next question here. Signals for parturition originate from dash. So you know what the answer is. It's from the placenta. Both placenta as well as fully developed fetus. The signals for the childbirth originate from the fully mature fetus and the placenta, which induce a mild uterine contractions. So that is what a woman says, I got the labor pain. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option A. Okay. So with this, we complete human reproduction, and yeah, this is, and we will meet in the next part of the same chapter with more questions and more explanations. Okay, fine, thank you.